For about a month, we pass them on then to Silent Unity, where they also hold your requests in prayer for 30 days. Okay, I believe it's time for our principal. Ah, there we are. And if we could say this together: human beings are divine at their core and therefore inherently good.
Woohoo! Oh.
Okay. Well, for those of you who haven't had the privilege of being a platform assistant, and if you'd like that privilege, please feel free to talk to Trina or Penny, and you too can experience what I did this week. So Penny sends me some information about the message. And the idea is that since I get a few minutes to talk about something along the same line that inspires me, then I'll have a little time to think about it. So I read the blurb and go, resolutions, New Year's resolutions. I haven't made a New Year's resolution in years and years and years and years. What can I say about resolutions? I know I got a book of poems for Christmas. I'll just look in here, there'll be something inspiring. Well, it was an inspiring book, but very serious. Kind of sad. It wasn't working. So I'll look on the internet, because of course you can find everything on the internet. And sure enough.
And it's true if it's on the internet, right?
There's lists and lists of poems, all very nice, kind of spunky and kind of interesting, and yeah, they just didn't do too much for me. But here I am. I have to say something about resolutions. Well, in our journaling class, which Sue leads, we often do an exercise called a word poem. So something that we're thinking about, you write out the word vertically, and then for each letter, you see what comes out for you. Often this is a good exercise for me, and it does tell me, okay, I like that exercise, so here I go. Now the thing about resolutions is you think it's kind of like this, right? And I haven't put up with this for a long time. And I don't even often do it. Not often. So it seemed like I was going to struggle a little bit with resolutions. But sure enough, this exercise worked. R, refuse to deny yourself the pleasures of life. E, enjoy the here and now. Here and now. S, silliness and giggles lengthens one's life. O, only if practiced often. L, love. U, until that is all you know. T, try something new. I, In order to forget to be old. And O, own who you are in now. And so those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts.
We're gonna have that in the newsletter. I'll put it in the newsletter. Yeah.
So sometimes it's worth the effort to figure out what your solution is to resolutions. So with that, we go into meditation.
Thank you, Helen. Can we have the lights, please? Thank you. We're gonna get there. So we're just breathing in. There we go. I love it when a plan comes together. Is a knowing. And we are present to that now. In all the world, in all the expressions, you came. Perfect and whole. And so we rest in this place, this knowing. We allow this this time to comfort us. We feel ourselves enfolded in the good, in the light. We say thank you, Spirit, for these moments. And we rest in the silence. Thank you, Spirit. As we open ourselves to the words, to the music, to the connection. I feel the collective healing, the collective knowing, the oneness of spirit. In all the world, God chooses to express as you. Unique, whole, perfect. Ever evolving. As we stand present, grateful. We recognize the light, the love, the consciousness, the divinity within. Divinity in all others. It is in this that we are healed. It is in this that we are healed. So Matt wrote a song. Another song. Amazing, right? We've heard this one before. It's called Better. Robbie's going to bring that music up for us for a moment. But here are some of the words to the song. Just take a look. Can you see them okay? Do we need the light off? What would be better for you? Pardon me? Well, we can't do a little bit. It's on or off. We have on or offs. I'm sorry? That's okay. Can we just have the music? Good. Perfect. Perfect. So in this conversation about this song, as you can see, one of the things that is repeating in this is it's a choice that you get to make it better and better every day. Oh, so and if this is too complicated, we'll just go through the words, Robbie. Okay, all right. So we're coming along here. So I'm going to give you here's some more words to this song. One of my favorites is, there's a voice in our heads talking all the time. Yeah, there's several in mine, right? Telling us to dream, telling us to shine. This is, in my opinion, the conversation about evolution, which is what we're going to talk about today, resolutions and evolution and all of those things. So take this in as Matt, we're going to have to turn that down a little, Robbie. Thank you. All right. What I wanted to do. Okay, so choose what you choose. I love these drapes, right? Aren't those fun, right? And we can have the lights on now. So choose what you choose and get better and better. Better every day when you give your love away. And do what you do to get better and better every day. So what I know about the new year is this. It has been for many years, for a long time actually, a tradition of setting resolutions. And like Helen shared with us, I don't know, how many of you still do that? Do people here still write resolutions? Gosh, that was a big deal when I was in the Methodist ministry and I was in youth ministry, and that was like a big event. We would write our resolutions, and they were funny, the things that we would give up or the things that we would resolve to do, right? And I found this quote by Catherine Booth, and if you ever have an opportunity to look up Catherine Booth, please do that. She has some really cool stuff to say. This is one of those stuffs. There is no improving the future without disturbing the present. Yes, she reminds us of that. And so today, resolutions or evolution. I had a lot of fun with this one. And I knew that more than likely in this group, that there wouldn't be a lot of folks that still do that whole resolution thing. In fact, evolution, resolution, not all resolutions have to be with furthering your soul. In fact, things like giving up chocolate, I don't know that that ever furthered my soul, but I remember doing that one several years in a row, right? Giving up chocolate, resolving to be healthier, right? And I agree, and Helen and I didn't have that conversation, but that shaking your finger thing, that's sort of how resolutions feel to me, right? Now you need to do this year, and you need to do this better this year, right? So, and you know, the cool thing is like, some of them are reoccurring, like giving up chocolate or losing 12 pounds. Boy, that one keeps coming back. Just 12 pounds, Penny, just 12 pounds, right? I'm resolving just 12 pounds. Yeah, well, sometimes not, right? But the cool thing about resolutions is this. They are finite. Well, except maybe that 12-pound one. They're finite. Do I want resolutions? Or is what I'm really looking for is evolution? Now, I'm not talking about the, from land walking creature to one that takes flight. I haven't figured that one out yet. Which doesn't sound so bad. But that would make for a pretty impressionable new year, wouldn't it? If I could, take flight from here. Yeah. I'm referring to, as Dr. Bruce Lipton in the Unity magazine said this. He said, the evolution that we are now facing is to recognize that all humans are actually cells in the same superorganism, and for us to behave as those cells do, cooperatively. Yeah. Spiritual evolution is what I'm talking about today. A higher evolution. The idea that the mind or the spirit, like an analogy of biological evolution, collectively evolves. Ooh, doesn't that feel good? Collectively evolves from a simple form of being dominated by nature, being dominated by our thoughts, being dominated by our little world that we live in sometimes. But to evolve out of that into a higher form that is spiritual and divine. And the really cool thing about this evolution journey, this spiritual evolution, we don't have to go one place to make it happen. Now, I like if you come here on Sunday morning to see if it is happening. That's a good thing. Inviting your friends to do that, that's a good thing. But you don't have to go one place. Your spiritual evolution is within you and completely at your command. This isn't just about setting a resolution, about being more divine. You can't be any more divine than you are. But you can be a bigger expression of it. You can't be any more amazing. You can't be more perfect. My friend Kurt used to laugh at me when I'd say, "Oh, that's more perfect." And he'd say, "Well, if it's perfect, isn't it perfect?" You can't be any more perfect or any more divine, but you can be a grander expression of that in your life. Charles Fillmore, in the book Keeping a True Lent, said this: in every man, the Christ consciousness is enfolded. Is enfolded. It is an idea that contains all ideas. What are we? What we are is the result of our evolution of our consciousness. Now, it really is pretty simple. It really is pretty easy. But sometimes it feels as if I'm dancing in mud. Anybody ever feel that way in your lives? You're dancing in mud. You're dancing, but you don't feel like you're moving very far. But see, evolution, unlike resolutions, which are finite, evolution is infinite. And because it's infinite, sometimes it feels like it moves a little slow for me. How about you? You know, on the infinite timeline, this morning, my morning starts about 4 a.m. That's a great time of day, by the way. On a Sunday morning, and it stretches in, and now we're a little after 11, right? The day seems like a long day. And what I notice is, at the end of the day, it was a mere blip on the infinite timeline. And when something feels really icky in our lives, when something feels really uncomfortable, or something isn't going the way we want it to go, maybe we can hold on to that little tiny pebble of information that we are on an infinite timeline and we are ever evolving, and this is just a blip. Now, I think it is more eloquently said, this too shall pass. I still like the blip idea. I can see that. I can feel that. There is need for great more spiritual evolution, in the opinion of many. Sometimes truth students make the mistake of thinking that what is true and potential is the same as whatever is manifesting. Because what we teach is what we hold in mind, that we create our world with our thoughts. So sometimes I think what happens is that what is true in potential, we like to say is what we're seeing. But my friends, evolve. Step into a greater expression, because what you are seeing is just a blip. It's a blip in the infinite expression that you are. And it looks pretty good from here. Our lives are amazing, are they not? Even when they feel a little crummy, right? Because that crummy is also a blip. This is not this thing of seeing what we see and believing this is the greatest manifestation of what we can be, is not what was taught in the scriptures and by every master. It is the infinite nature, our divine nature is what we are taught. And that is the invitation that we are, in fact, invited into. And life will throw a lot of stuff at you to see how you're doing with that. Nobody's after you. Nobody's picking on you. Life is evolving. And evolution is messy. And sometimes it's just yucky, and it's noisy, and it doesn't show up on the screen, or whatever. Evolution is a process. So what we are experiencing is one manifestation of the consciousness that we hold. You want to know what the other one for me is? This room has 50 people in it. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. This room has 50 people in it. And do you feel that? Do you feel how we are evolving into that? Chairs look a little empty this morning, but I'm noticing we have more folks on Zoom and on YouTube. We are evolving, and this is not all there is. And when you look in that mirror and you say, wow, okay, gravity works, age is happening, it's a blip. It is not all that you are. And what we are invited into in these teachings is to see through and beyond that appearance. Because we are infinite. God expressing as us is infinite. Say that with me. God expressing as us is infinite. Is infinite. Yes, we are whole, perfect, and ever evolving to a greater expression. We are whole and perfect. So why are you talking about evolution, Penny? Because we are always being invited into that next greater expression. Evolution is the process of growth and development. The theory that organisms have grown and developed from past organisms is just like we are growing and developing from our past experiences. Last week we did a white stone ceremony and a burning bowl. You were invited into releasing those things that no longer serve you. That is the past. But they serve us in the fact that they have happened, that they are part of who we are. And as we evolve, we carry all of that into our next greater expression. Say thank you to those things you released in that burning bowl last week. And if you haven't done that, and if you'd like to have that experience, go to our YouTube channel because it's on there, youtube.unityofflagstaff.org, and you too can have a burning bowl. And if you didn't get everything covered last week, go back out on YouTube and do it again. And if a different word comes for you, for your white stone, for your name for this year is different this week than it was last week, there are 6 sides on that stone. Write it on there. Because you are ever evolving into these amazing beings. It's cool. It's cool to be us. Evolution says that all living things are related. We are connected. And it is in that collective connectedness that we support each other in our own evolution. And sometimes that means that we have to watch the evolution of folks that we don't understand what direction that evolution is taking them. And the truth is, that's just none of our business. The truth is they are evolving, and God is in every moment of it, even if they don't know it. Even if you don't remember it at some given point in your life, Spirit is evolving in and through you. This means that if we go back far enough in evolution, all animals, all plants, every other living thing had one ancestor, one. And all that you see around you is an expression of that. Evolution led to that one species becoming more and more. And we actually are evolving, my friends, not into something new. We are evolving right back into our own divinity. This is a short journey on an infinite timeline because we came here perfect. I had a bumper sticker one time, and it said this. Me, personally, I don't need to be born again. I came here perfect the first time. As did every one of you. Everyone. All the power of the universe is within you. Feel it, know it, and then act on it as though it were true, Ernest Holmes tells us. The word, the expression on your white stone. We are growing into that in this new year. If you need a white stone, you let me know and I will get you one. You email me at revpennyhoney@gmail.com and I will see that you get a white stone. If you didn't get one last week, let me know. If you're in this room, we'll get you one. Okay? And yes, the world seems a bit topsy-turvy at times. In fact, sometimes I think it seems that way all the time. Chaos, pandemics, epidemics, endemics, weather, hunger, sadness, depression. Boy, this is a good direction to take the talk, isn't it? And they exist. They are experiences that people have, that we have on a daily basis. And when we move back into remembering that that also is part of our evolution. Not a resolution that we're going to do something better and shake our fingers at ourselves, as Helen reminded us, but evolve into the next greater expression. This is who we came to be. This is who we are. In the midst of chaos, there is opportunity. Opportunity. That's a new word. In the midst of chaos, there is opportunity. Sun Singh tells us. All living things are related. Growth and development of the spiritual evolution of mind and spirit. Collectively evolving toward our higher form and our higher expression. And in Matt's song, as we looked at the words, we're getting better and better. In the midst of chaos, in the midst of what appears to be difficult, and it is, we are getting better and better. And we will do that more powerfully when we do it collectively. You are the light of God. You are the light of God. You are the light of God. evolve, ever victorious, our lives victorious, everyone. It just makes for the best day and the best year and the best life ever. To embrace our own evolution, to support each other in that. It's good to be us. Thank you, my friends. Namaste. So we're going to have some music by Faith Rivera. Best Day Yet. Faith, I just love Faith. We've been buddies for a while, and she takes good care of us. And just so you know, when we use this piped-in music, these musicians do in fact get tied to.
I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day. Gonna tell no lies. I won't even try to contain it. What I feel, it is real, it is bigger than me. No, I can't ignore that my life is more satisfying. From inside, can I hide the light that is burning? Just a tiny ember spark this change in my life. Oh, I fan the flames every day, dreaming dreams in my mind. I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day, yeah. It's the best day. It's the best day. This is the best day. I'm floating free. Life can carry me gently forward to the next perfect step. No rush or no hurry. I am happy here where the sky is clear. Just be now in the flow, letting go. I'm milking this moment. It's the perfect time for my star to rise again. I just stop asking how, give myself to the now, and let love be. I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day. It's the best day. It's the best day. This is the best day. It's the best day. It's the best day. It's the best day. This is the best day. We were born to keep on dreaming, wanting, growing, launching, rising. I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day. Yeah.
You. Yes. All right. Helen, I think you're going to join us again.
No, I'm not. Well, as we get ready for our time of abundance, I'm here to remind you of a few announcements. First of all, don't forget to do your homework so you can put your little slip of paper and your pencil back in the basket when it goes around if you're finished. If not, or if you're listening to us remotely, you can send your thoughts to Reverend Penni at gmail.com. And again, the questions, in case you already forgot, what this ministry can hold in consciousness and prayer for you in 2022, and please put your name on it, and what you would like to see added, deleted, or changed in this ministry in 2022. Well, it's a new year, and Unity Spiritual Center is ready to express community this year, so be looking forward. A Course in Miracle group is being formed. Book,
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
book study group is being worked on. And fun activities with our Planet Consciousness team is getting worked on. So be sure you listen to the announcements.
And on the website, everything's on the website.
And a reminder that tomorrow is our day at the Flagstaff Family Food Center. I believe it's 3 o'clock that we meet there. If you're interested in doing that, if you've not done that before, you haven't let Susie Hunter know you're interested in doing that, you can talk to me or Penni afterwards and we'll get you connected. But it's something we do once a month to serve our community, and it's a lot of fun. And don't forget, Wednesday night, Let's Talk at 6:45 here at the center. Cape Russo does circle singing Tuesdays at 1 p.m. and Saturday at 7 p.m. here at the center. And if you're wondering what to do, just go to www.unityofflagstaff.org, and lo and behold, the calendar and all the exciting events will be there. And it's back to you, Penni.
All right. All right, will the greeters please come forward?
Thank you for that. Bringing your little baskets with you. Big baskets, right? Big baskets. Yes, we are blessed. And I do want to remind you that it is your generosity. It is through your generosity that this community continues to share its spiritual consciousness. So thank you for that. And together we're going to affirm, I liked this one so much I ran it a second week in a row. We're going to affirm together, I accept the radical flow of abundance into my life now. Yes, we do. And while these fine folks go through the room and collect money from you, I always let everybody do the heavy lifting, don't I? We are going to enjoy, and as you are ready, please join us as we sing, we say thank you, God. Go forward and collect money, my friends. Yes, we are going to do that, right? All right. Turn that up.
We say thank you, God. 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 We say thank you, God.
Yes, we do. And together, whoops, this mask makes me really loud. Together we are affirming, we are grateful. Unity of Flagstaff is powerful in its expression of abundance. This is our truth, and so it is, and we say thank you, God. Have an incredible week, and together we affirm the light of the all surrounds us. The love of the all enfolds us. The power of the all protects us. The presence of the all watches over us. Wherever we are, all is well. All right, thank you and have a great week. Thank you. All right.
I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day. Gonna tell no lies. I won't even try to contain it. What I feel, it is real, it is bigger than me. No, I can't ignore that my life is more satisfying. From inside, can I hide the light that is burning? Just a tiny ember spark this change in my life. Oh, I fan the flames every day, dreaming dreams in my mind. I am feeling good. I am feeling fresh. I am feeling new. This is the best. I am staying true, not settling for less. I am breaking through. This is the best day. Yeah. It's the best day. It's the best day. This is the best day. I'm floating free. Life can carry me gently forward to the next perfect step. No rush or